Good morning, Illini. I'm Jillian Kaler.
And I'm Gwendolyn Pepin. We've got a lot in store for you today on this edition of Good Morning Illini.
That is right. We are back to our normal 30-minute show this week, but that does not mean we're slacking.
Exactly. We've got everything from how to get prepped for that big race next week,
and to what movies we expect to be the best and the busts of this summer. So stay tuned.
And Good Morning Illini.
Good morning, Illini!
There's so many events happening at the State Farm Center this week.
Lil Wayne last night, Pippin tonight, Daniel Tosh on Sunday.
And don't forget about Saturday. WWE is coming to the State Farm Center too.
How could I forget that? And GMI's very own director, Zach Poletsky, got some tips from a U of I wrestler to prepare for this big event.
Oh, cool.
Good morning, Illini. I'm here with two-time All-American wrestler Zane Richards. And we are going to talk a little wrestling today. So the WWE is coming into town. What is the biggest difference between college wrestling and WWE for people who don't watch?
Well, they're both real. They're in this reality, but one is a scripted performance and one is an actual combat sport.
So while we're here, do you mind demonstrating a couple moves for us?
Yeah, I could show, both, I guess, if that's what you need.
So, main differences between WWE and actual wrestling. I'm going to use my partner here, Travis, to demonstrate. One is just the stances. In WWE, we're all wrestling up here, we're fighting, we're standing up, we're hitting each other. There's no real standing up part in real wrestling. We're in our stances, our hands able to touch the mat, our knees are bent, heads up, elbows are in tight. I can be able to wrestle here, as we like to say, and defend myself and move a guy and get to where I want while being protected against him. A simple wrestling move, a double leg takedown. We're in our good stances here. I get my hands on the guy, I level change, bend my knees under. Once I level change, I'm going to take a big step in between, right here, heads up, grab both of his legs, and then run him through. Hopefully to his back in order to get the fall, or a pin as more people know it to be. In WWE, however, there's not really many double leg takedowns or specific, traditional defenses, because this guy's going to actually react how I want him to react in a scheduled way. So one of my favorite moves to show is a stunner, where I kick him in the shin hard and he gets stunned, drop back onto his neck, and that does a lot of damage. Really, he's fine the whole time, and it's a whole scripted thing, but it looks really cool to do it, and it's an epic finish to a fight, I guess.
So, you're very good and all that. Yeah.
I'm okay.
You're okay, but it didn't look that hard. So I think we should wrestle, and I think we could win.
There's no chance.
No chance?
No chance.
There's only one way to find out.
All right. Told you, dude.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
That was hilarious. Like how he just fell out on the floor and then the 2017 to 2017.
Rest in peace,
Goat.
Zach's wrestling career.
So funny.
In memoriam.
Yeah. And that's not the only big event coming up, right, Jillian?
That is right. The Illinois Marathon is taking place next Saturday, and yours truly will be taking part in it. So I figured I better start training. Check it out on this week's edition of Get Moving Illini. Good morning, Illini. I'm Jillian Kaler, and for this week's edition of Get Moving Illini, we are focused solely on marathon training. The Illinois Marathon is just around the corner, and while some people are months and years into their training, I, for one, have not even started. Now, word to the wise, I don't recommend that. I don't know how time has gotten away from me, but today I am getting a move on this training with the help of my GMI family, so let's get moving, Illini. This Get Moving Illini will focus on the best warm-ups and stretches to do before and after a big run. The first warm-up I recommend doing before a long run is called the caterpillar. You begin by touching your toes and walking your hands out until you are in a plank position. Continue walking for about 5 reps and you begin to feel like a crawling caterpillar. This significantly targets the hamstrings as well as tightens the core in the process. High knees come next. The name speaks for itself and requires minimal techniques. Next up is my personal favorite, walking toe touches. This one pushes you to get the deepest stretch and involves your arms as well. Raise your left arm to touch your right toes and vice versa. The last warm-up to do before running is karaoke. This one is just an overall fun warm-up to do that gets your ankles nice and ready to support you on your run. These next stretches are ones to do after completing your run. Up first, the butterfly. This is the one we've all been doing since elementary school and the one I'm still not very good at. The glute stretch might be the hardest, but it is one of the best for runners to do. Sit with knees bent and bring your left ankle to cross over at your right knee and then switch. The last stretch is the classic split. Sit with your legs extended and reach for your toes. So now that we've gone through some great warm-ups and stretches, those running the Illinois Marathon come April 22nd will be ready to lace up and get going. Unless you're me, of course, who still hasn't trained.
I mean, no words. I just can't believe it. Time has really slipped past me. I've been really busy this semester, so I mean, stay tuned for 2 weeks to see how I do 26.2 miles without training.
Your training looked fun though. Like when you were like the side step, looked like you were dancing.
I mean, it's fun. I learned those exercises, so you know,
nice.
It's fun to do. And you know what? I was not the only GMI member to get moving this week.
GMI's Kelsey Labatkin took to the arc for her segment of Senior Bucket List.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Kelsey Labatkin here for this edition of GMI's Graduation Bucket List, where us seniors take you through what we wanted to check off our bucket list for the past 4 years. I'm here today at the Arc to climb the famous rock wall that everyone looks at, but no one dares to try. So, let's see how I do. First things first, equipment. These are some cool shoes. Plus, you need to make sure you're strapped in tight to your harness. Ready? I've never been a fan of heights. I hope I make it down. We'll see. And honestly, I've been taught my whole life not to trust strangers. But on this day, I put my faith in the hands of the climbing staff and my physical capabilities. I've always been an active person and ready to try something new. Well, I guess this isn't completely new, but does rock climbing when you're 8 years old really count? When you're 8, you're fearless. Me, on the other hand, I don't know where to go. Let's just say I got a little stuck. Rock climbing is way harder than it looks. I always thought the person you're attached to down below was there to assist you in climbing up the wall. But no, you have to do it all on your own. I don't know where to go when I'm actually sweating. Stuck yet again. I think it's time to call it quits. One thing I didn't really think about was when I got to the top that I have to get back down. I am dripping sweat. I don't know how anyone does this. Now I can check climbing the rock wall at the Arc off my senior bucket list.
That was awesome, Kelsey. Kudos to you. Yeah. We've got plenty in store for you coming up.
But first, we are recapping what happened in local news, courtesy of our friends at UI7 News.
Yesterday's meeting showed the preliminary master plan, which is the first draft of a vision for the 10-year future of U of I's campus.
It's important that we follow the right guidelines and go in the right direction in terms of development.
Hope students vote, certainly. That's the biggest problem.
Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Renee Romano, says that it might come with some new problems.
We have to get our technical people in the Dean of Students office to get everything going again.
The Illinois Marathon will be in Champaign on Saturday, April 22nd. The marathon attracts thousands of people to the Champaign area.
You can take a lot of pride in helping somebody accomplish a goal that is really astronomical. When you're talking about running 26 miles, that's not for me, but there's a lot of people who work really, really hard to get to that level.
A new study published in the Journal of Neuroscience found that there's a direct link between nasal breathing and our cognitive function.
Head down, sides up, eyes quiet, as well as your tongue to help with your blood pressure and breathing in as normal.
It's official. 2 members of John Gross's 2017 recruiting class have decommitted from the U of I.
Head coach Lovie Smith talked about the status of wide receiver Mike Dudek.
Size is one of the most overrated things there is. Strength isn't. And our guys are all strong. He has great quickness, and he's really performed well.
Again, we'd like to thank UI7 for their coverage of local news and making that segment possible.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the upcoming weekend. We've got a lot in store for this weekend. Let's see, we have a high of 79 today, and we have some storms. Looks like some lightning coming up today for this Friday, but it looks like it's getting better tomorrow. So Saturday looks pretty good.
Yeah, so Saturday would be beautiful sunshine, a little lower than today, 55 degrees with a low of 38. And Sunday, yeah, kind of rainy.
You know, I mean, April showers bring May flowers, so can't complain with that. With a high of 46 and a low of 26 for Sunday. We will be right back after these short messages.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. Do you see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro? Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Is a view. Welcome back, Illini. The weather's getting warmer and spring is finally here.
So GMI's Lauren Scafidi dropped by Joe's Brewery to grab some sun and her favorite burger. Check it out on this week's edition of ILL Tell You What's Cooking.
Yum. It is a beautiful day outside, and there are so many options of activities to do under the sun.
And if you choose to come to Joe's in Champaign, you'll also have many options under the bun. I'll break down all the different types of infamous Joe's burgers on this segment of ILL Tell You What's Cooking. Let's go!
Joe's is home to 18 different burgers with countless different toppings. We have the common toppings like lettuce and tomato, and we have the not so common burger toppings like onion rings and fried eggs. Plus, everything in between. Julian Duarte, kitchen manager, has been working at Joe's for about a year now, and in that time, he's helped make quite a few burgers.
60,000 a year. On the average. Oh yeah.
And with many options comes many opinions.
So what is your favorite kind of burger?
It would have to be the Spazzle.
The Spazzle?
I like the Gold Rush.
Spazzle.
California! Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
Rizzo 44.
The day after. Rizzo 44.
The Mac Attack. What's looking good?
The Rizzo.
The Rizzo, Raging Cajun. I like the average show if you're trying to go for like more like basic
Just
level.
like a chill day.
Yeah, chill day is definitely average show or Spazzo.
Like the Angry Goat.
Definitely the California burger. The Illini.
Yeah, something for everybody. Come hungry. There's a bunch of stuff. You get a little fries. The burgers are real big and juicy. So come hungry. If you don't come hungry, you're not going to finish it.
We are going from burgers to popcorn.
GMI's movie guru, Devin Tammis, is giving us his take on what he thinks will be the best and worst of this summer's blockbusters.
Good morning, Illini. Devin Tammis here. So if you're familiar with my week-old movie review segment, then you know I am GMI's resident movie expert. Summer blockbuster season is right around the corner, and I couldn't be more excited. Last year's season was a bit lackluster, but there are a few reasons to be looking forward to this summer season. Now, if you stick around with me for the next few minutes, I will tell you which exact movies to look out for this summer. May kicks off with a bang as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 drops May 5th. James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy was a huge sleeper surprise a few years ago when it came out. No one expected it to do so well, but it did. If this next Guardians of the Galaxy movie can retain some of the charm of the first movie, then hopefully it'll keep us hooked on that feeling. Coming out May 19th is a movie I'm most excited for the summer, Alien Covenant. I'm a huge Alien franchise fan, and I'm very excited for this one. Hopefully Alien Covenant can answer some of the questions left unanswered by Prometheus and all of the previous Alien films. Now, June is an interesting month because within the first couple of days, we'll see Wonder Woman and Captain Underpants. You know what? I wonder which movie will do better in the box office. I think I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman. I'm a bit skeptical and on the fence about Wonder Woman because I want the movie to be great, but the first few DC films have been less than stellar. Let's hope that Wonder Woman can propel the DC universe into that which can compete with Marvel. Coming out June 23rd is Transformers. All right, let's be clear here. Yes, I have seen all Transformers movies in theater, but you know, I'm getting tired of this franchise just like everyone else. If The Last Knight can somehow, some way, make Transformers good, then props to it. On July 7th, we'll see Spider-Man Homecoming. You know, I'm on the same side as people who say the trailer showed a little too much, and I agree, yes. But I am still very excited to see Spider-Man return to screen amongst characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'd like to see what he can do with that roster. Coming out July 14th is War for the Planet of the Apes. This is a franchise that I'm not sure how most people feel about it. I mean, the first two movies were amazing, but nobody really talks about them all that much. If War for the Planet of the Apes can be good, then I think it's time to consider this Planet of the Apes prequel series part of the best trilogies of all time. Finally, there's August. Now, August is not really exciting all that much in terms of movies. I mean, you got The Dark Tower coming out on the 4th and Annabelle Creation coming out on the 11th. And I'm not really excited for either of those films, but hey, if you are, then more power to you. So those are the most important movies I feel that are coming out during the summer. Did I leave off any? Let me know. And which ones are you most excited for? If we're being honest here, most of the year is pretty much just waiting until Star Wars comes out in December.
Yeah, so like growing up, my parents made a big deal of like going to the movies during the summertime. It was like a family event. So I have like a special place in my heart for like summer movies.
That. It's like a matinee or something.
Yeah.
I love movies in the summer, but I'm not into the scary movies or
me
the
neither. I feel you on
space
that.
movies. I don't know. Just not my thing.
Yeah. I really want to see the Wonder Woman movie though.
You know what? That's some good old girl power.
Yeah,
so I'm so down for that.
absolutely.
I'll support some superheroes with that.
Okay, let's take another look at our weekend weather.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like Today is going to be 79 with some storms and a low of 60. Still not that bad. And some breaking news, it looks like we have gone up 40 degrees from our earlier forecast. It's 80 tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah, it looks like Saturday is going to be magical. It's going to be sunshine, a high of 80, a low of 61, a beautiful day.
Magical is like the best word to describe that. I love that. And then, unfortunately, Sunday's going back down to the rain, but, you know.
But still 79.
Still 79.
Nice,
Can't complain.
warm.
Can't complain.
And we'll be right back after this break with this week's edition of Open Mic.
Cub Jay was here in our studio last night, so here is a sneak peek, and we will be right back.
Shout out my producer, the RUB. Shout out Elk Anonymous, Michael Werner, Man Wolves.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Just focus on driving.
We're gonna do a selfie real quick. Here we go.
No! What are you doing? No! We're gonna get us killed!
I got it. One last thing though, don't hate me. My doctor, I'm supposed to do 30 minutes on my back every hour,
What are you
so
talking about?
go ahead and just take the real
Quick, 30 minutes? What? Are you kidding me? That's it! Pull over! Pull over! I am done. I'm not even gonna be killed by the apocalypse. I'm gonna be killed by your unsafe driving. There's meteors everywhere and...
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Welcome back, Illini. Lil Wayne hit the State Farm Center last night, but we had our very own show here on the GMI Open Mic stage.
A talented rapper who also happens to be a University of Illinois journalism student
Very
and
cool.
our fellow UI7 reporter. So check out Cub Jay on this week's segment of Open Mic.
One time, yeah. 2 times, let's go. Hands up to the clouds, trying to touch the sky. Opposition in my way, like who and what am I? It's Cub J, and some say it couldn't hurt to try. And I know if I did not, I'd always wonder why. So one day, Cub J gon' blow up with time, and then when he in his prime, he gon' run the shy. I mean, listen to him, not the criticism, you decide. Every time I drop another track, my fan base multiply. Don't want no handshake, suit and tied. Rather take a noose and tie, rather ish around my neck than not be getting my respect. So chicken to check my style for you check yourself. If I put my ish in stores, my tape would wreck the shelf. So forget it fresh, oh yes, you should invest yourself. I'm the best, no test, this is my quest for wealth. So forget it fresh, oh yes, you should invest yourself. I don't rest, no test, this is my quest for wealth. Gonna make 100 grand, about to make 1 million, but I owe it all to you. Girl, you know it's all for you. Fight all day, but we end up in the bed together. I've been such a selfish fool. Girl, I owe it all to you. Yeah. Girl, I owe it all to you. And I know I've been a sinner. I'm so sorry that I hurt you, girl. You couldn't be more perfect than a hoe. Yeah, and I know I've been a sinner. I'm so sorry that I hurt you, girl. You couldn't be more perfect, and I know I don't deserve you, but I know that you remember all those times we had together. Who gonna take you out to dinner? Who could ever treat you better? If I ever did mess up again, just know that I'd alert you. Take you out to dinner, but I swear I won't desert you. Tell your daddy that I'm finna have you home by mama's curfew. Every rhyme, every lyric, every single dollar's for you. Girl, you don't know what you're worth to me. I know I gotta work for you. Probably wanna murder me, hyperbole, but very true. Miracle, if we last together, but girl, if we do, we gon' last forever and get married when we 32. I know, I played you like a vinyl, but you my idol, and that is final. And now it's time that we gon' blow up like some dino. I just might go more viral than the Bible. Okay, this little honey charming and she captivate my mind. She got me running circles, but I'm always in behind. You know I love the chase, might have to activate my grind. I don't want another night alone, just laying awake and crying. I think that this the time that I might have to make a mind. So I'm filling up to killing, I tap it with the dime. And be dipping on the bus because I can't afford a ride. But I'm dapping all the passengers because they know my shine. Man, she's so damn fly, I think I caught her in my trap. I think she only with me cause she love the way I rap. I don't really give a crap as long as she gon' let me mac. Now I'm just playing back, you know, I just had to say the facts. Hey, Michael Werner, that's him, you know, on the trumpet. Shout out Michael, Man Wolves. Yeah. Man, shout out Rubbing Up. Gonna make 100 grand, about to make $1 million, but I owe it all to you. Girl, you know it's all for you. Fight all day, but we end up in the bed together. I've been such a selfish fool. Girl, I owe it all to you.
So you know what I think is dope?
Yes.
Well, the first thing, I think it's pretty cool that we have a rapper within the College of Media and Journalism.
So true.
And
so
then
true.
Yeah, and then the second thing, I think it's so awesome when students have like other passions. Like you see people like bopping around in the quad, like you're thinking about academics and your career, but like to know you can like be an artist, be a poet too on the side, that's amazing.
I love that. I know. And it's the perfect balance. He seems to, I mean, he loves journalism. And that's the other thing is how transferable good skills in journalism are to then rapping. I mean, so good. He can enunciate.
Now let's take one more look at the forecast for the weekend.
Absolutely. Well, Sunday is looking like it is going to, or Friday, I'm so sorry, I'm jumping ahead so far. Well, Friday is looking great. We got some storms, not too bad, but, you know, 79, can't complain about that.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, look at that. I mean,
yeah, it's beautiful. We're going to have a day full of sunshine, a high of 80 degrees, low of 61. Beautiful day.
Absolutely stunning. And then Sunday is 74 with some showers, so not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, it is a good thing the weather is looking up for tomorrow because it's Holi.
And if you don't know what Holi is, it's an Indian festival celebrating the liveliness of spring. Participants get to throw colored powder on each other.
Which is great because this week has had some great spring weather. Absolutely. That looks like so much fun. A little messy, but fun. I just hope it can come out of those clothes. U of I students can participate in this fun holiday tomorrow from noon to 5 at the Florida and Lincoln playing field in Urbana.
It's great because it's like the color run without the running.
Oh, how familiar that is to me. Speaking of running, I should probably get on that.
Yeah, so it's great that we're having like cultural events on campus where people can really find that space to do the things that are important to them.
I know, and you know what? It was just International Week, so what a great way to end it, you know. And we got going into the holiday this weekend, and then of course with all the events coming up to to round out this semester, things are just coming to a close very quickly.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes! I can't
crazy.
believe like graduation is coming up for me.
I
need to like whisper it because so don't feel graduation. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so are you excited? What are you looking forward to for graduation?
I am excited, also nervous. It's just a new chapter.
Yeah.
I've been here for the 4 years, so it's kind of just hard to get your mind around your life totally changing.
Absolutely.
And planning for the future, planning to be a real adult. Yeah.
I feel that. I think a lot of people can relate to that, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you all for joining us this morning, Illini.
After the show, go like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Share our videos with your friends, throw us some likes, let us know what you'd like to see on our show.
And if you or someone you know would like to be featured on any of our segments, Let us know on our social media pages.
We would love to hear from you.
Have a great weekend.
And good morning, Illini.